pum pum parum pum pum parum pum pum parum. Parum pum pum parum pum pum parum pum pum pum. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining. Hello. Hello. Good evening, good afternoon. Welcome, welcome. Today we are going to work on the maps again. I made a bit of progress, not much, but I made a bit of progress. I created another project where I tested a few things, and that really speed up the few problems I had yesterday with the compendium map and the actual pins and how to put the pins and scroll the pins and all of that. Yup, so that's done. I also created a video on it that I posted on YouTube, so you can check that as well. I mean, in case you are interested, but basically the point is to have the hello agent 258. I can show you where we are now. So where we are now, let me run it because I think we are at a good point, but yeah, I posted a video just on the how to get the proper mouse position inside a widget in a scrolling object inside a canvas, which is a bit of a long title, but pretty much is what I needed. I needed to be able to yeah, to do that. Looking for a game to capture. I don't know why they added this thing. It's super annoying as a transition, but fine. Fine. What I wanted to do, yes, I need to change the music. I have to change the music. Music. I'm gonna change that now. So where we are now. So the idea is to allow players to put markers on the map as they want, and then store those markers so that the next time obviously they show up, right? Hello, Hula. And I made, I think, good progress. It's not done yet because of the saving and loading is all to be done. But the saving and loading is all to be done. But here is my arena map, right? And I have this button that is called add location, right? So if I just click on the map, nothing happens. But if I turn on add location and then I click on a map, like let's say here, I have this window pop up, right? When I can say, I don't know, NPC, ABC, whatever, and description, hey. Yeah, I have to fix the font, whatever. And then you confirm. In theory, this window should have closed. And this should have been updated with the Y. Okay, it works the second time on edit. It doesn't work on create, it works on edit. Okay, I have to check that. Why? But yeah, basically allows you to put this pin, and then you can right click on the pin, and if you want you can delete it. And it's not closing the window for whatever reason. Okay, I have to do that. So yeah, something like this, right? So you may have maps where the NPC are already loaded. Now you get this error because I didn't load NPC. But when you have like pins that are added by the game, and there are others where you have your own pins. Now I didn't yet load the pins by map, so there is still quite some stuff to do, right? But I don't understand why. Yeah, this is not updated. Okay, this is the first thing to fix. That is the first thing to fix. Okay, there are a number of small issues. So the first small issue is that when I click any of the buttons, cancel, confirm, delete, they should all close the window, right? At the moment they are not. So that's a very easy one. Let me just minimize this window so we are not sucking too many resources. Yeah, so the confirm right, set visibility collapsed in both cases, and set visibility collapsed also in the delete. Okay, so now the window will close, which is nice. Now let me understand why when you create a new pin it does not work as expected. Because he's doing it the old way. He's doing it the old way. No, this is not a good idea. So we have to do it. Yeah, it is kind of wrong because I created functions, right, to add, if I remember right. Did I? No. Position map on correct father, compendium image clicked, highlight, save compendium cache, show pin, edit window, disable add map location, delete map pin. No, actually I don't have the add. Okay, probably I'm confusing it with the... I'm confusing it with the... this mouse button up we can actually delete, so we don't confuse ourselves. The mouse move also is pretty much... I don't know what I was doing here. It was a test for moving the map, yeah. Yeah, because this is doing the addition pretty much manually. I mean, which in theory is okay, yeah. Because we are adding a new pin only... Well, no, because we will also add a new pin on loading, right? So we need a function... Yeah, we need a function that does this. Yeah, we need this. We need a function, yeah, and we have to put it on compendium. Yeah, this is the best idea. So let's say add map pin, let's call it, like we have delete map pin, we also have an add map pin. Now what we want this function to do is pretty much all of this. So we want to create a widget, and then we want to add a... Yeah, I think all of this, right? Yeah, all of this. The only difference will be that we need to pass in the new pin position, because actually it doesn't know. This add map pin, it needs to have one input that is called position, or let's call it pin position, whatever, and this will be a vector 2D. This will be a vector 2D, yeah, and this position will go in this position, right? And we will reuse the same we will reuse the same why this guy is not going here? That is a bit weird. This guy should go here, huh? Otherwise, yeah. Okay. Okay, obviously this will not compile now because we are already, I moved it and now we are already in the win compendium. So we just need to get our compendium submap. Our compendium submap. Yeah. In our current selected map. Yeah, I prefer to have this function directly in the compendium window. I think it's cleaner. Sorry, why I had this because I had to take the compendium, but now it's not needed. So yeah, so actually all of this is not needed. I mean, yeah. Okay. So what this is doing is creating a new pin widget, is adding as a child, as a canvas child to the submap, is setting the position to be that position, and then it will have to set the name and the description. So actually it will have to set, yeah, exactly. So it will have, so here we need also name and description, or we can just get the no, we need to get the name and description. There is no way. We need to get the name and we need to get the description, right? And this will have to be set. I don't remember if we have a setup. I think we have a setup function, no? No, we don't. Custom map item. We have name and description, but we don't have a setup. Okay, it's fine. We can just flag them directly. I think it's okay. So we just say that name, right? Okay. I mean, I'm trying to keep these graphs a bit clean, but that's okay. So we set the child, we set the position, we set the name, we set the description, and the only problem is who is setting the ID? The ID is set by this guy, because this guy is creating a new specific ID so that then we can delete it, because to delete it we need to know the ID of the pin. Okay, I think this is kind of good. Oh, I have the game open, so I cannot save, obviously. I have the game open. Okay, let's save all the changes. So now here, right, if the pin is new, what we have to do, we have to go crap, now I need a controller. Yeah, but basically this. we need to get our controller, our window thingy, and then here we add the pin, whatever, add map pin, right? And in this case, we know that we are adding a new guy, right? So by adding a new guy, we need to pass in the new position, and obviously we need to pass in the name and the description. I think I can get it from here. I already have it here. Why not? Right? So I can pass in the name and the description. Yeah, it is a bit messy, but fine. Can live with this. Yeah. Okay. So now when I create a new pin, it will go here and it will do all this stuff. And now the window should close properly and such. Now we are not setting a tooltip yet, right? But let me see where we have the tooltip thingy. Set tooltip. Set tooltip. Set tooltip. Name, description, and visibility. No, you don't need a name. You need only this, right? You need only this. So when do we set the tooltip? Well, we set the tooltip when we create the object. I think is the easiest, right? So in add map pin, so we set the tooltip here. I would say we can do it before or after this, makes no difference. It's fine. So basically this part is create tooltip window. This part is here we are adding the location to the map. Add location to the specific map entry. So it's map by map. Well, map menu item actually. And here we are basically creating the new pin, right? Yeah, this is what we are doing. This is what we are doing, boys. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to document stuff as much as I can because, you know, it's always me coming back, you know, maybe 2 years later to upgrade, or even 2 months later, right, to upgrade this code. And if we don't document it properly, I will just forget, just because we are switching between so many different parts of the code weekly or daily even. So, well, let's say that weekly. So it's very easy for me to forget what I was doing. Okay, so for the tooltip we need the name, right? And we need unfortunately it is a bit messy, and we need the description. Well, okay, fine. I will live with this. I will live with this or no? I mean, I can do this, just slightly better, but let's do this slightly better. Okay. Yeah, so this will set the tooltip as well with your, now the tooltip, the problem of the tooltip is that when you edit, right, when you right click edit, we will have to set the tooltip again, or anyway we will have to update the tooltip. How do we do that? Well, I think we never updated the tooltip in our life. By the way, this tooltip needs to be set on this window, not on the main window. So when we update the pin with a new description, the tooltip should change. So should we store the tooltip? Should we store the tooltip on the? Well, maybe it's already stored. I think there is a get tooltip window, I assume. Yeah, there is for sure. There is for sure. So if I go under map custom item, no, if I go under edit, okay. So father pin should have a get tooltip, hopefully. Get tooltip widget. Okay, fantastic. This one we need to cast to ability something. I think we called it tooltip ability. Tooltip ability. Yeah, exactly. So we have to cast it to tooltip ability. And here we have to change the description and the name. No? Why is not working? We need to get, yeah, we need to do this basically. We need to do that. Now this I don't need because I already have it. I already have it here. The lines, bro. The lines. I mean, it's okay. Yes. And yes. And well, and yes, and yes. Okay. So basically here we are updating the tooltip, right? What we are doing here, we are just updating the tooltip window. That's what we are doing. And yeah. And here we are setting, we are updating the pin, right? And here we are adding the pin to the map. Okay. Oh yeah, I believe it may work. I don't know. I believe it may. Okay, let's just run it because there's too many changes, and so it's easier if we just test it instead of just, you know, mentally going through the whole process, looking at the nodes. I think it's too hard, really. Okay. Okay. So I click on the map, nothing happens. Nice. I click here and I want to add a new pin. I call it hey. I call it hey hey. And the description is wow wow. Okay. I confirm and I get my hey hey window with the wow wow thingy. Okay, no, fantastic. Now hey 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 is like duplicated. Yeah, I know. In theory, it could be removed. I mean, we could have a tooltip which is actually including only the... Okay, but anyway, I right click on it and it's opening the thingy. Right. I confirm. Yep. And this one is becoming... Now, I don't know why it's becoming so vertical. Because probably it's taking the length of the title. Ah, okay. I didn't know that. So if the title... Okay, that's the problem. So if the title is only H, then the tooltip is becoming super long? No. Well, no, I think it's okay. There is a minimum size anyway. But if the name is long, like this, then the tooltip is longer. Yeah, I think it's okay. I think it's fine. Okay, so we can set the pin, right? We can set the pin. We can set another pin, right? Name 2, description 222. And now if I want to delete this, I right click delete. Okay, fantastic, he deleted the right one because it's actually searching it by ID, right? Because I'm assigning a new ID to each of these tooltips, right? So let me see if I say 1 again, 111. And now I delete this guy. Yeah, it seems to be working anyway. It seems to be working. Okay. Seems actually fine. It seems actually fine. And these guys are actually scrolling with the map, you see? Okay. Now the problem we have is that these guys are not stored. So if I switch from Arena to Idla, they will stay on, right? Because at the moment this part is not done yet. So the game doesn't know that you want to load these two separately, right? But we are already storing them by map. So these two are actually stored below this arena box. So I think the point is I'm thinking. I'm thinking. Yeah, I have to load them. But anyway, a lot of this is working, huh? Let me just check if we edit, but then we click on cancel. Yeah, it's working fine. Okay, so now what we need to do. So that's good. what we need to do, we need to add, we need to load, no, we need to load, no, we need to display, right, the pins. I think I have to destroy them every time, right? There is no other chance, right? Yeah, I need to destroy them all the time because I can, I mean, in theory I could reuse them, but reusing them is kind of a crazy idea. So I think I will create a function that is called on compendium that is called like clear custom pins or something like that. Which is just going through, so this will be clear custom, no, clear map pins, clear custom map pins, right? And they should just go through WD compendium map. So I should get the, maybe I can put it inside WD compendium map. Bah, it's the same because in reality it's very simple, right? It just has to go here, and from this map is getting all the children of CSV submap, right? Get children. Right, and basically for each of them it needs to check if this is actually a custom map item, right? And if it is a custom map item, we just remove it from parent. So we basically destroy it, right? Remove from parent for Windows is basically destruction, because then they are not referenced anymore, and so they are garbage collected now. I don't know how much, but anyway, we will see. So this is basically clearing all the custom ones, because we want to delete only the custom. We don't want to delete the ones that we are adding as NPC from the server. Now this is good, right? Yep, this is good. So now whenever I click on a map item, right, and I think I have a dispatcher. Yeah, I have a map item, click dispatcher. I have a map item, click dispatcher. Okay, so here we clicked on the map entry. So I think that the first thing we need to do is to clear the custom ones, right? So we'll clear custom map pins, so they basically disappear as soon as we switch map. And then what? And then we will have to load, right? We will have to load the pins of this particular map. So maybe instead of clear, we can just call it load, and you know, because it's doing the clear as well. I mean, every time we load, we also clear, for sure. Yeah. So we clear existing custom pins, and then when we finished, right, we have to load. So to do that, I need the currently selected map, and on the currently selected map, which is basically this map item, I have my custom locations. So we get the custom locations, we for each on the custom locations, and so I think here we can call add map pin in theory, right? I think we can call this. The only problem is, how do I know? Because this element doesn't have the position, right? Does he? No, actually it does, because he has the coordinates. I don't know if I fill them in, but add map pin. Do we care if we give him a new number? Do we care if we give him a new number? Because this thing will try to give him a new number, I think. Or not. No, it will not. He will not. Yeah, but then the ID should be there, eh? Yeah, the ID will be the same ID because we are saving it. So in reality, the codex ID is our map ID, is our pin ID. We are using this a bit improperly, but anyway, is so we will have to set the wait. No, wait. No. There is something broken here. There is something. The ID. I think the ID is provided here. Yeah. This is where the ID happens. There is a bit of a problem, huh? Because this guy doesn't know if we are loading or if we are adding. He doesn't know. He doesn't know if he's new or if he's existing. He doesn't know. Well, this one assumes that he's always new. But it doesn't know if we are loading or not. Because if we are loading, we should not do this step. We should do only this step. So we reset the ID. Because otherwise we are setting always a different ID, and I think it's a bit messy. I think I will add a new parameter here that is called is new, right? Which is a boolean, and actually, if is new is true, if is new is true, we do this. Otherwise, we just have to set the ID on the pin. Yeah, I think so. Now the ID, where is this ID coming? This ID we don't have anywhere. We don't have it. Well, no, I mean, we have it if we take it from the previous pin. I mean, from the previous definition, and that definition is... Yeah, but then I need to add another parameter here, which is the ID, yeah? Which will be empty in case it's a new object. Yeah, so this ID will go here. So we set the same ID of the pin as the previous map. And I don't know if it was easier to just pass in a codex location, because a codex location actually has all of this, but anyway. Maybe, but I don't want to change it now. It's too much work, too much rework, so I think it's fine. So for each one we loop, right, we pass the ID as the codex ID, the name is the name, the description is the description, and the position X and Y. Don't know exactly why he wants a float, but fine. That's a bit weird, but okay, it's fine. I mean, you cannot split a pixel, but you cannot have 0.3 pixel, but fine. So for each one we'll do this, and we'll add the pin to the map. Where is new, here is false, right? While here it must be true, and so the ID will be regenerated. It's not a problem. This can be -1, can be 0. I mean, it's irrelevant. The position is correct, the name and the description are correct. Okay. Okay. So, okay. I think this should do at least the loading, right? So this will clear and load, clear and load, clear and load. Which is okay. Clear and load. Now, this is not working based on the save game, right? This is... So there is no saving it. There is no saving it on your PC yet. So this will basically be lost every time you close the game, right? For now, but I will do the saving next. I mean, we need the saving, otherwise it's useless. We need the save and the load. Actually. So at the beginning we don't have anything to load, right? So there will be no custom pins. But I think the only problem I see is the amount of information that we will have to send to the client at the beginning, right? And I think we already have a sort of caching that happens in the compendium. I think we need to extend the caching also to this part. Because if I have like 150 NPC, you know, on the maps, and I have to send you 150 names and descriptions, right, every time you log in, and I have to do this for 100 players, it starts to be kind of annoying. But yes, let's see. So in theory now, if I switch to east, that one will go away, and if I go back to arena, fuck, it didn't recreate it, which is kind of strange though. It did not recreate the pin. Why? Uh-oh. Well, first of all, I did a big mistake, which is this. But this is not, I think it's not affecting the thing. Custom locations. This in theory should be valid. I don't know. We can print the length of this and see what we get. Let's print this a second, because I don't understand why we get 0. Well, I assume that we added them, right? But let me see. Custom locations. Custom location. I'm assuming that when we add the new, when we do add map pin, if is new is true, we go through this, right? And we add to custom location this new thing. I'm not setting the coordinates though. I'm not setting the coordinates. No, I have to set the coordinates. Come on. I have to set the coordinates. I don't have the coordinates stored. Well, it's the position, so I can just get the position and pass it through. Yeah, I think so. Is it true? Yeah, I think it is true. But I need to cast it as a canvas slot. No? Add custom location. Currently selected map. add child to canvas. Or I passed this guy. The problem is that is this add custom location called only here or not? If it's called only here, we can pass the... And no, it's called also here. No, it's called only here. This is the definition. Okay, if it's called only here, instead of the pin, I think we can pass the actual canvas object. Or we can just pass the because we have the coordinates, right? The coordinates we have, so okay, we can pass the code. I don't know, I think I'm adding a bit too much, but fine. Right. Okay. So we can pass this location in, which is the one that we have set, right? Is the one that we have set on the actual widget, and is the one that we also want to store as part of our custom codex entry. Otherwise, we will not be able to restore the position when we... Right. Okay, let me see what happens now. Let me see what happens now, boys. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, let's set a new location. We will call it 1 with description. Okay, fantastic. Yeah, we need probably to have this shaded with another color so that is readable on white background and on black background, but I can do that later on. So now if I switch between this and that, I want to see... Aha, now it's working. Okay. Yup, it's putting the custom pin. Fantastic. Okay, it actually works now. Okay, good. So it was just that we didn't have the coordinates. So it works if I switch map, right? So if I go in this other map and I put another custom pin and I call it 2 and it's 0, right? This is 2, so I go back to my arena, I have my 1, and I go to Idla East and I have my 2. Now the number of pins I can have is infinite, right? So there is no limit to the number of pins I can have. Yeah, there's no limit. And these are all saved client side at the moment. I mean, you are not sending it server side. It would be nice if this window gets focused automatically, but can I do it? I think I can actually. When I think there is a way to give focus to a window. So basically when we pop up the window, when we pop up the window, widget set focus and widget set keyboard focus, right? And set user focus. So we can, I think the name, right? The name input. So this guy, we can do set focus. And we can also do set keyboard focus. I don't know what is the difference actually, but that's fine. We can do both just for good measure. And we can do this in both cases, right? Yeah. Okay. So this in theory should focus that. So you don't have to click on the window and do anything else. Okay, this kind of works, which is nice. At the moment it does not work on the main map. We will have to think if it makes sense to do it on the main map. I think it does actually. I think it does make sense to be done also on the main map. I don't understand exactly what is this mouse move getting spammed all the time. This mouse move. I think it was here under mouse move. No, we are not. We're not doing it. Mouse move. I think it's in the other compendium map. WD compendium map. I think it's inside of this. Because it's the one that allows you to actually scroll. Yeah, it's this thing. So we don't need this anymore. Because that scroll is actually working. Okay. So yeah, at the moment it's not working on the main map. At the moment it's not working on the main map. No, it's not. It's not. It's not. It's not working on the main map because we don't have in compendium WD map item WD in compendium. You know what is the problem? The problem is that this map is completely different. So it's made in a completely different way. And I don't think that my system is generic enough, you know, to work also on this one. Because at the moment, yeah, because at the moment all of this, right, is the reasoning on well, in theory, no, because it's calling, like this is calling this, right, add map pin, which actually sits on compendium. And then the only problem is that, yes, compendium is checking here for the compendium submap. So this is the R coding, right? But we could, you know, we could yeah, because it's on the click. It's on the click. It's basically this, right? So I will have to replicate this also on the main map object. And the main map object is actually not... No, it is. It is a separate widget, actually. So in theory, it may work. Yeah, because it's this. It's compendium map. So in theory, if I want to have it, I could have the same on mouse button up. Yeah, the problem is that you may use this to scroll, or you may use this to set a pin. Good point. I mean, I can try to copy all of this and by the way, I'm not sure why I did it on button down and not on button up, but I think it's pretty much the same. Like if you go down and then move and then up, right, you will take the first location, but I don't know if one will override the other, basically. This is what I don't know. And also, do I have a full background? Well, yes and no, because these maps, I think these maps are all in front, actually. All these maps are in front of the background. So In theory, if I change all these ones to not hit testable, right? Instead of visible, they will become not clickable. And so I can click on the underlying main map, right? Because not hit testable means that your mouse click goes through, right? And to the underlying object. And so this basically means that it will go to main map. And so I could do the same trick on main map and bind. The only problem is I don't know if this will then allow. I think I can return unhandled. So it's also going down for the scroll, because I will basically have to do all of this again, right? We can try. I think it's worth it because people may want to set bookmarks also on the main map. Very likely, right? Very likely they want. I mean, I'm pretty sure they want. I know they want. So I think we can return unhandled, and this will pass it through. Now, I think the problem will be this, right? Because the CFV sub map doesn't really exist, right? For us is, I mean, what is scrolling? I don't even know what is scrolling when I move the map. I think we are scrolling probably the main canvas. I think we are scrolling this on mouse move, right? We are scrolling map canvas in. Yeah, we are scrolling that. So now we are actually not really scrolling it. We are setting the position, which is a bit, but I think the theory is the same. It should actually be the same. So if I get this and everything else remains the same, this actually compiles, which is amazing. So if the click on the map is properly getting the location, the problem then is the addition, right? Because the addition will not know if he has to add it to this thing basically. This show edit pin window does not know if the currently selected map is a main map or not, right? And this means that this will probably add the child to the wrong place, in the wrong place. This one will probably add this, right? Yeah, I think we need to do this. It's a bit of a mess, but I think it's worth it. It's worth the mess. I think it's something we have to do. We have a flag, right, that tells us if this is the main map or not. And so we can actually branch on this, and we can actually branch on this, and if it's not the main map, we add the child, you know, to the canvas this way. But if it is, I think the only difference is this piece, no? I think this piece is the only difference. I'm not completely sure, actually. Because we will have to get the compendium map instead of the sub map, right? So we will have to get this. We will have to get the canvas map canvas in, which is the canvas. I don't know if the child object should go there or not. Let me see, compendium map. I think the problem is that this has not been designed. It has not been designed to get that. I mean, we can try. If I add a WD map custom item as a child here, can I position it? Yeah, I can. Okay, yeah, no, it works. Actually, it works. Yeah, so I can put it as a child of this. So I can do. I can do this, right? So this will add the pin to the main map as a child in this canvas. And this will do it on the sub map, right? So this should be fine. Now after this, is the position the same? Yes, because the position we said that we get it directly from the sub map, right? So this map, when I click on it, I send the position, which is based on the map canvas, right? Which is this position, and this position becomes that goes into the edit window and it goes back. So So that should work seamlessly, actually. That should work seamlessly. Yeah, it should. It should be the same. Now, the only problem is everywhere we have WD compendium submap, right? Everywhere we have that, we may be in trouble, right? Because... Oh, by the way, this I need to finish, huh? This I need to finish, and I forgot. I don't know if this is really the best idea, but I think this I'm gonna change sooner or later. Because I decided to have like 10 positions, but I think I can do it the way I did it for the custom pins. The custom pins can be infinite, there is no limit. While here I have this predefined set that I am reusing every time I call, right? Every time you switch a map is calling this, right? It is reusing the same pins, right? So, which I don't know, is okay on one side, but okay, so here the compendium submap is fine because here we are loading the NPC coming from the server, so that is not a problem. Here, when we click on the map, yeah, that is correct, so there is no problem. Here is when we... yeah, that is fine, there's no issue. Here we already have the switch between compendium map and submap. And here... yeah, and here we have the problem. So here we need to check if the current win compendium WD compendium submap clear custom. No, we need to get the current selected map, and we need to check if is the main map. And if it's the main map, we are going to clear. If it's the main map, we are going to clear the pins on so if it's false, we do what we were doing before, right? If it's not false, we get this, and then we get the canvas, right? And then we do the same. So we get all children, we for loop, we cast, we remove from parent. So we do this, 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 and this. Yep. And then on complete, right, we go here. Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure that I did everything needed, but in theory now should work also for the main map. Okay, let's see. Now consider that we are not storing anything, we are not saving or loading anything, so we need to do that. And saving and loading will not be crazy because I already have all the methods prepared. So we just need to think if you want to save it on a separate file or if you want to save it inside Compendium. We may want to save it on a separate file actually. Like Compendium locations or something like that. Or custom pins, Compendium custom pins, something like that. Okay, so let's see if it still works here, right? By the way, now is nicely focused, which is fantastic. So if I go on the main, map, now if I go on a Hydla, in theory this one doesn't even have a sub map, so this will probably break. But anyway, if I go on the main map, okay, I can still scroll. If I want to say that here I want a custom pin, right, and I call it main1 main yo. It didn't work at all. It didn't work at all. Did he place it at the top? No. Did he place it at the bottom? No, he didn't place it. Is here. Main one. So actually he placed it, but he didn't place it in the right spot. He didn't place it in the right spot. Yeah, because the problem is that this map, I'm basically moving with another system, right? I'm not moving it with the scroll bar system. I'm just setting the position, but in theory... so it's not the same, huh? Let me try to set another one like here. Main 2. No. Yeah, I mean, it set it here, so at least there is some logic, right? But there is from here to here, from here to here. Well, kind of, but the horizontal is also fucked up. Yeah, so it seems that the position is not properly calculated. That's basically the problem. Also, when you switch between... it looks like I have two main 2 now. Main 2. No, the position here is fucked up. I don't know why. But, well, I know because, as I said, we do the scrolling completely different. So probably this logic that we have set in the compendium map, this logic here is not correct for that. Even if we are moving the canvas in, so in theory, right, this minus, let's see if we get this printout. Let's see what those printouts are saying. So those printouts, right, should be saying, like, if I go, let's go 0 0 whatever, so this will be like 0 0, right? So if I add it here and this is not scrolled, I got a 48.7, a 48.7. Yeah, in this case is correct somehow. Yeah, in this case is correct. So if the map is not scrolled, it works, right? So we are not properly capturing the scroll of the map. That's basically the problem at the moment. Because if I go, well, it didn't really place it at the beginning though, but let me try like here, 4 4. Oh. What did he do? Nah, it's completely fucked up. Like, he placed it there now, I don't know why. Five. Very strange, huh? I lost my mouse. GG. Where the fuck is my mouse? I don't have a mouse anymore. Oh, because the combat mode works also when you are here? Oh my god. Okay. If you tab... that is something we need to fix, huh? Now, but you see that he's positioning it in a very weird position. So it's 5, 6. I mean, these three are relatively to each other. They are correct, right? But... well, there is the problem of the mouse up, for sure. Because this thing is triggering on the mouse down, and on the mouse down I am moving the map, so that is kind of very annoying. Well, I could disable the movement if I am in editing mode, right? In theory. Yeah, but that location is completely fucked up. So no, it doesn't work on the main map at the moment. So here we get a 451, 800 and so is, I think he's taking the position from the top, right? So he's not removing the sides of my... $956, 878. What? So the first one is what? The first one is the mouse position scaled by DPI. You crazy? What? The first one is the mouse position. No, it's impossible. It's not correct. I mean, let's click in the middle of this circle, right? I click in the middle of this circle and it's 926,975. Now if I move the window and I do it again, 965, 936, 965. Yeah, but if I click now here, is 1001, 900 and nah, it's completely weird. I mean, this number is completely crazy. Huh? Huh? Player controller get mouse position scaled by DPI and we print it out. Huh? That is not normal. I don't know if it doesn't work on this map, but on the other map, you know, it was always correct. So let's try on this map, right? On this map, I take the top border here. So it needs to be inside the scroll box, yeah. This was 600, 222, right? Then I go at the end here, and is exactly 1600, 222. So you see, it kind of matches, right? Then I go here at the bottom, and is 16 and 800. Yeah, so it works good on this one. On this one, for whatever reason, is not. 962, 978, 990, 956. I mean, it's completely off. 1234 now. Why? 1268. I don't understand what the hell is doing. This seems to be completely wrong. When we use this map. Right? Seems to be completely fucked up. $182, $926. $151, $929. I mean, what? It's so weird. That is so weird. Okay. I mean, unless this is. Let me just. Let me just change this, just to be sure that we are printing this. We are not printing the other, because the other window is still kind of, actually the other window is collapsed, so it should not. I don't understand how it can fuck up so bad just with the mouse position. I don't get what is going on. 938, 947. $9.30. So I go lower and he's going less Y, like, so from 9.30, from 9.47 to 9.30, even if I was like, so is the pop-up of this window messing up the reading or something? Like, because we are focusing this maybe before reading before reading. But no, because then it should happen also. It should happen also here, right? But here it doesn't. Here the reading is correct. Here the reading is correct. 1489, 256, exactly. And then I go down here, and is pretty much the same on the X, but is like 600 more on the Y. So it is perfectly correct on this map. I don't understand what happens when I switch here. I mean, for sure this canvas is super large, right? But the canvas should not make a difference on get player controller 0, get mouse position scaled by DPI, right? It should not make any difference. Maybe he cannot get the mouse and so this return value is false and he's returning something crazy, because I don't even know what happened. I mean, why? What is this return value? Return true, return false. Maybe we are returning false for whatever reason. Like we cannot read the mouse in that. We cannot read the mouse in that situation. I don't know. Maybe because of the unhandled that I decided to use. I can change that and see if that is doing anything, but this is before, right? It's before, the printout is before that, so should not make any difference, boss. I don't know, I'm confused. It never happened to me that the mouse position cannot be read, so never happened to me actually. I mean, the fundamentally, you know, you need to have the mouse position correct. Otherwise the game will not work. That is a kind of a big mystery. The funny thing is that relatively to each other, they seems to work, right? So if I move the mouse slightly to the right, the pin was going to the right. And if I move the mouse down, it's going down. But it's moving by so little compared to the actual mouse movement on the screen. And this happens only for the main map. Only for the main map. Only for the main map. We have a border. We have a border object, which by the way I don't even know what it's doing. We have a white border. Maybe we can delete this white border and see if I don't know, maybe there is an object that is fucking up the position of the mouse, right? I don't think it can be the canvas. Maybe this border object is messing up. Because I don't really understand why it should be that wrong. So let me read the position again. So there is 920. Yeah, it's pretty much always the same coordinates. No matter where I go, it's always pretty much the same coordinates. Like now we moved 100 horizontally, right? While I moved the whole screen. And the same vertically. Vertically, I even went down instead of going up. So it seems that this widget is like upside down or something. Wow. Okay, let's try to remove the border. By the way, I don't even know why there is a border there. I don't think we need it. So this border 0, what does it do? I don't know. We can replace with child. So we have no border. Also this canvas out, I don't understand what it's doing. I think I had 2 canvases because I was trying to scroll. I think I was trying to have 2 scroll bars per canvas. Because this one actually seems is never used. It's not even a variable, right? So it's never used. Should I try to remove that as well? See what happens. We can try. I hope it doesn't break it. I really hope it was the border. Because the border is a bit of a weird object, right? For what I understood, but the fact that it's messing up the mouse coordinates is so strange. So strange. I'm crossing fingers of both hands, hoping that that was the issue. Because otherwise we go into the unknown, really. Ah, there was a reason, probably, as you can see. Now the map is not scrolling anymore and it's not working anymore. No! Okay, there was probably a reason for the double canvas. It's kind of strange that it doesn't move though. Okay, let's try to put a pin anyway and see what we get as coordinates. So here we get 1015,995. Nah, it's completely fucked. It is completely fucked. It's like if the scale is wrong. I don't know. Did we mess up with the scale or did we mess up with the scale of this thing? Let me see. Do we have a negative scale or no? Scale is 1 1. Pivot is 0 5. So I mean, yes, it's inside a grid, but yeah, so basically we cannot do it that way. I can try to do it on the I can try to do the click on the actual mouse down of the wall widget. which basically means, you know, instead of doing the mouse down here, we can do it. We can do it on the mouse up, right? Which I think is even more healthy because we skip the problem of let me try this way. Let me try this way. So yeah, the border had a function of some, probably because we crop to border content or yeah, bounds or something. I don't know. It took me some time to figure out how to scroll the map, so. You are very quiet tonight, guys. Very, very quiet. I never seen something like this anyway. That the mouse coordinates are read wrong inside a widget. I mean, that's wild. So let's see. So now I'm clicking on the main, I mean, on the wall widget, right? So, so let's see what coordinates we get here. So here we get 490, 357, which seems to be reasonable. And here I get, no, same problem. Same problem. I'm actually getting exactly the same number. I'm getting exactly the same number. Get mouse position. Bro, how can the mouse position be? You see that it changed though? If I scroll the map, now it changed again. And now it changed again. I don't know what I'm looking at. Sometimes it changes like randomly. Is when I scroll the map, it's changing. When I scroll the map. Hello, Mango Tube. Hey, have you ever packaged projects? Yeah, project. What do you mean? If we packaged, yes, our game is actually released. You can go under Plane Shift, our main website. Click on download now, and you can download it packaged for Windows, for Linux, and for Mac. So yeah, we are actually packaging on three different platforms. I'm seeing something very weird anyway, guys. If I move the window, the number is not changing. Well, it's changing a bit actually. I don't understand what I'm looking at really. And this map is perfect, right? There is no problem at all. That is so strange. That is so strange. Bro, it stays the same number. If I scroll, it's changing. But I have to scroll. What the fuck? So even the mouse position scaled by DPI on mouse button up of this window is actually not working, right? Is actually not working. And it's not the border 0 because we actually removed it, and even removing that we were getting the same problem, right? So it seems to be the window itself. I mean, this compendium map window that seems to be the problem, right? That like is not, I mean, it's like killing the mouse position readings, which is so strange. I don't know if it's the mouse move that then is going handled. Mouse move handled. Let me do something. Let me try to disconnect this 1 second, okay? Because maybe this override is overriding too much, right? Including the reading of the mouse position. I don't know. I mean, that's a possibility. I'm getting a path error, but there is nothing wrong with the path when I try to download my game. Well, maybe you didn't package what you are trying to use. What I mean is that your game your packaged game maybe does not contain that particular asset, right? So if you want to see if the asset is inside your package game, you can unpack the pack files, assuming you are using pack files, and see if it actually contains the files. I can show you how to do it if you want, but it's just there is a program called Unreal Pack that is able to list all the files inside your pack files, and you can check if the path that is giving the error, you know, is actually contained or not inside. Now is much better. Oh wow. Now is much better. Huh. So the mouse move is the one that is fucking up? Incredible. Oh my god. So on mouse move should always be unhandled then? Yeah, I think so. I think so. Yeah, that's the. It looks like that's the issue. Yeah, this mouse move handled is breaking everything. Pretty much. I think that's what is breaking stuff. Let's see. That would be nice if that's the problem. So, Mango, did you get what I suggested? I suggested to Unreal Pack list files in your pack and see if the files you're getting an error on are actually packaged or not packaged. Maybe just give me a yes if you got that. You still there, Mango? Or not? Maybe you gone already? Well... Okay... 500, 200... Perfect. Okay, now we get the right coordinates at least. Okay, now we get the right coordinates. Okay, nice. So if we get the right coordinates... So that was the issue. Not the first without patience. Yeah. I find it funny, you know, people ask you something, they expect you to answer immediately, right? While you are doing other stuff for your game and... but anyway, it's fine. Okay, so this must be unhandled, right? This must be unhandled, and I think that on the mouse button up, actually I prefer to do it here now that I think about it, right? Because yeah, I prefer to do it here. I think I do. Yeah. So should I move the on mouse button down to... Yeah, I should. So basically everything that is inside of this should go there. Right? I think for now we can keep the printout just a second, but we are going to remove it soon. The rest should be identical, no? Yeah, should be identical. So this can be deleted. Okay. Ouch. It's only the binding. It's only the binding. It's only the binding of mouse button down on the BG picture. Okay. That's nice. More progress. You would think with determination anything is possible. Yeah, I think, well, pretty much, yeah. Maybe if your aim is to become, you know, as good as Mozart to play the piano in 1 week, probably is not doable, but you never know. Until you try, you never know. Let's say that the internet helps a lot. I mean, I've been stuck, you know, in places like I cannot proceed, but then, you know, you go to the internet, you search, someone else did something similar, you look what he did, you get another idea, right? So, and at the end you get it, right? Ah, it is working also from the main map now. Yes, yes, yes. But did you really try? What do you mean? To become a Mozart in 1 week? No, I didn't. But I tried to make Plane Shift. I tried to make an MMO in my spare time, and it kind of worked. I mean, it's not the best MMO, I understand, but if you ask anyone to do an MMO in his spare time, he will tell you it's impossible. I will tell you it's impossible, but in reality it's not. But yeah, that took a lot of determination, I would say. A lot of craziness as well. Yeah, so it works also for the main map. So now let's see if we switch between this map and this map and back. So submap 1. Fantastic. It kind of works actually. It works. It just works. Now, if we want to zoom this map, that would be a bit of a mess, okay? Because now these pins will have to zoom together with the zoom of the map. So at the moment we don't zoom, but it's fine. Okay. I think it's a bit annoying in the main map you move it like this, but the sub maps you don't move them like that. You have to actually use the scroll bar. But yeah, this is how it's done at the moment. Gregory, good guy. Okay. Okay, so it works for the sub map, it works for the main map, and we can switch between maps, keeping track of everything that is happening. So the last missing piece is the save and load, because at the moment we are not saving anything, we are not loading anything, right? The save and load. So if I quit the game, right, and I open the game again, this will be gone. And that's not nice. I mean, I'm thinking if only for this, we should do an XML document. Just did I catch the end of a long stream after a long day and then see they made progress. Yeah, we made good progress. We made very, very good progress. It's basically working. So the pins are working. You can set them, you can unset them, you can edit them, and you can delete them. So all of that is working properly, which is fantastic. Now, the save and load. We have two ways. I can save an XML file, and the beauty of the XML file is that it's readable by you, and you can also modify it manually, and you can, you know, mess up with it. But it's way harder for me because I will have to parse an XML and read and write, and then yeah, and also it's slower for sure. The second option is to use the standard Unreal Engine save and load, which makes it easier for me. But it's basically unreadable for you, right? It's completely unreadable for you. So you basically cannot change it externally, right? You cannot change it externally. You can only change it within the game. You can only change it. Well, I could do later on an export import functionality. I mean, the beauty of having an XML is that you can basically give it to another player, right? It would be a bit cheating, right? It would be a bit cheating because it means that, well, you can still pass the compendium file, and I think it would be exactly the same. Yep. You can still cheat in the other way as well. Yeah, you can. Yeah, I mean, it's cheating. I mean, it's just sharing information. It's fine. It's fine. Yep. I think it's about the same. The XML is nicer for the players for sure, but it takes me quite some time. So I think as a first implementation, I would not do it within XML. So the only thing we need to do, we can probably create another save file so you can clean up that guy separately. I think would be advisable. At the moment we have save games for a bunch of stuff. Audio, compendium, interface, macro, and layout. I think we can add a new one. That I will call compendium locations, or compendium custom location, because in reality it's custom locations. Custom pins or compendium pins, I don't know. Compendium pins, let's call it. Or I can call it custom pins. Let's call it custom pins. Custom pins or custom locations. Custom locations. Custom locations. I remove compendium because the compendium is basically a cache of server objects, while this one is something that you have created, right? So now inside custom location, what I need an array of it's not very easy because I need an array by map. Well, no, we have the map ID actually. No, I think it's okay. I can have, yeah. I can have, I think if I do, an array of PS Codex locations, right? And we just set the map as the map ID. I think that would do. Yeah. Will be good. So we can skip the array of array, which would have been a problem. So I do an SG custom locations, right? Now we need to save this and to load this. So to save it, could a player have their own custom skin for pets? Their own custom skin? I don't have a way at the moment for players to upload mods, right? I don't have that, and I have no idea how to do it. But there are a lot of games that are doing it, so I assume it's possible. I assume it's possible to create skins and extensions, right, for the game, but I don't know how to do it. I think we need to enable it somehow, and we need to load assets in a different way. And that could go in theory also for, well, for character skins, I think it's not that easy. If you want other players to see it as well, right? If you want just yourself to see it, I would say yes. But if you want someone else to see your custom skin, we will have to anyway distribute it to all the clients, right? So it's like a patch that goes to anyone. So yeah, exactly. Well, I think that the way you see it, but I think with Unreal we can do more. I would like, for example, to have again, you know, the UI skins, and that would be nice. But we can do it. We can do it in the future. But yeah, it's a good thinking. I think I already reasoned about it, but I never can. I mean, if I look here, under UI, we actually have style 1 and style 2, right? Under art, you see there is style 2, style 3, texture. So this was in theory created to have different styles, texture for the UI, but then it was never implemented to have custom skins. Yeah, we should do it. Okay, so what I want, I mean, I don't know if I want to save immediately as soon as you add one pin or not, but I think the answer is yes. So as soon as you add one pin, I will have to resave the world set, right? Yeah, I think so. I think so. So there is this add map pin. So this is basically doing the wall thing, is placing it on the map, is doing, you know, a bunch of stuff. And this guy knows, you're right, if he's new or not. So if he's newly added or not newly added. So I think we need a new function, right? That is called save all custom pins, right? Save all custom pins. this we'll have to get the save game. Let me go under settings because we did this already a million times, so I just copy paste whatever we were doing there. I think is easy. But it's very simple actually. It's not, you just get a save game and set up the variables and save pretty much, yeah. So you create a save game object, right? You add the variables and then you save to game slot, right? So it's fairly simple. Right? So we have to do the same here. Wow. So we create a save game object called SG compendium custom locations, right? And the slot name. What do you mean by slot name? I think I will call it custom locations. Because you can probably have multiple slots inside the same save game object. Yeah, I think so. Like by date or something. But at the moment we don't care. Yeah. So now we need to get this and set our custom locations, right? So we need to set this thing. How do we set it? Good question. How do we set this guy? Well, we need to cycle through all the sub maps, right? So we need to get pretty much the child of these available maps, right? So we need to get this guy. For loop. Sorry, we need to get all the children. And we need to for loop on this. Right? And then we need to read all the custom pins that you have inside all the maps. Well, we have to be sure that the children is actually a custom map. Huh? No, a custom map, a map. So we need to be sure that WD map item, exactly. So we need to be sure that this is a WD map item. So if it's a WD map item, inside of this we have our custom locations. We have our custom locations, right? Now, unfortunately, it's not as simple as this, right? I mean, it would be nice, but it's not. It's not because these guys do not have the proper map set. Yeah, which in theory we can set. In theory we can set up front. Yeah, why not? Why not? We should do it actually. Yeah, that's a much better idea. So if I can set this immediately. If I can set this immediately. when I add the child, wait a second. Oh my god. None of this, 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 this one, this one, this one. Add the main map entry, right? So when I do this, no, sorry. No, it's nothing to do with this. No. 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 No, it's not here. No, I have to do it when I add my new custom. Exactly. So when I add my map pin. Here. Here. Exactly. So we need to put in the ID of this map. Do we know the ID of this map? Do we know the ID of this map? Actually, we don't. We don't, huh? No, we don't. We don't. Fuck. Yeah, we have to valorize this. If we put a value there, we are good. The problem is that this map item does not know at the moment, does not know which map ID is, right? It doesn't know. It doesn't know. Why doesn't know? It doesn't know because if I go back to where I was, right? When, like, for example, when I enter it, when I add this, well, apart from the main map, which is a bit of a weird one, WD map item. WD map item. Exactly. When we create this widget, right? And we put it here, we have location info. In theory here, location info, I hope he has the map ID, because otherwise how do we know it, right? We should have the map ID inside of codex location, but this happens only if we have at least one NPC. No, it happens anyway. It happens anyway. So actually, codex ID, and not map ID. Codex ID, okay, we can save codex ID. Temp widget but map ID. We are using codex ID. Okay, fine. So we are using, yeah. We're using codex ID. Okay. So when we set up the map, right? We take codex ID. Ah no, we have it, we have it, we have it. It's inside location info, and location info is saved. Okay, good, good, good. We have it, we have it, we have it, we have it. So, okay. Please bring me back to the thing where I had to add the thingy. Map ID? No, where was the thing where I had to add the thing? Here. So yeah, location is actually containing, no, not this location, this location. Yep, this location is actually containing the codex ID and we take only the codex ID. Yeah, the problem is... Yeah, but it's fine. It's fine. We put it under map ID. It's a bit of a trick, but I think it's a good trick. It is a bit of a trick, yeah, for sure. But it's fine, because actually is the map ID. So we put it in map ID, right? This is when we add a custom pin. And then this is added to custom locations. Okay. Okay. So now... because basically I've made a procedural texture generator for the toolbar so player could tweak the blend and press bake and ask me, but it comes back to the upload decal problem. Yeah, I understand. But I prefer to have, you know, fewer textures but better textures than just a million bad ones. I mean, are they good or not? Depends if they are good, Marcelo. Show me one. Maybe you sent it to me already? No. Show me one and we decide. Okay, so now that we have the map ID set, if we go back to the save custom pins, right? Inside this location I already have the map ID, so I don't have to care about that. The only thing that I have to care is that I need a local temporary variable, right? That I will call temp save all custom pins. That is actually an array of PS codex locations, right? And this guy needs to be set obviously as empty at the beginning, right? And then after being clear, I will just add, right? I will get this and I will just add no, can I merge? I think there is a kind of a merge or something. It was not add, but it was like union or something. Append array. Yep, we append array, right, of this thing. So we do this for every submap that actually is a map item. Bloom, 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 bloom. And then when completed, right, when completed, we set the temp save custom pin to this, and we save our object. So it's as simple as this, right? So this is saving all the custom pins to a file. And we do that, unfortunately we have to do it every time. Every time you add one pin, we have to resave everything. But anyway, it's very quick. I mean, I think it's like instant, so would not be a big deal. So this save all custom pins should happen every time you add or you delete a pin, right? So every time you add a pin to the map, so basically here, save to save game. Save pins, whatever. Okay, and we have to do the same when you delete. I don't know exactly what will happen with the main map, because it may have a weird number, I mean like 0, but I think it's okay. So now the problem is loading them, because saving is kind of easy, but loading is definitely harder. Can I have this removed from parent after this? Because I'm fearing that I'm destroying the window, but I need this to be executed before the window is destroyed, actually. Okay, so now how do we load? Loading is not very simple. Well, actually we have this one, right? Which is already used when we switch between maps. So yeah, exactly. But this one is reading the single map. What I will have to do, I will have to read, so I need another function. I think we can duplicate this and we can say load all custom pins. And this load all custom pins, we'll have to clear the current pins. Okay, it's fine. We'll have to clear the current pins. We'll have to... How do we do the loading? Wait a second. The loading. We just do load from game slot. Load from game slot. Okay. And obviously I have to use the same name, right? Custom locations. Custom locations. Okay. So I'm loading from custom locations. And what I get is an SG. I have to cast it, yep. I have to cast the result to SG custom locations, and this would never fail. And then here I need to get my custom locations, right? Simple as that. And then I need to loop on this custom locations that we are loading from the file, right? And then the first thing I need to do, I need to read the map I need to read the map ID, right? I need to read the map ID. Because in the map ID, we have the ID corresponding to the thingy. And we have, actually, we have a temp widget by map ID, right? So which is fantastic because this guy knows, right? This guy knows which maps we have actually loaded. So we can find the map ID. If we don't find it, unfortunately, we cannot do much. But if we find it, right? If we find it, then it means that we have a map where we can actually load a custom map pins by map. No. This is used when you click on it, right? So we cannot do this. No. We don't have to do this. We don't have to do this. We have to. We have to get our custom locations, right? And we need to add to custom locations, right? This location. Because it belongs to this map, right? If we don't find the map, we don't do anything. So we go through this loop for each, we find the widget, we add. And that's it. We don't have to do anything else, actually. We don't have to do anything else. The only thing we have to do, we have to call this after this has been properly filled up, right? Otherwise, this will not work. So this guy is filled up. This guy is filled up here. So when we receive the compendium locations, right? So after we receive the compendium location, I would say at the end of this loop, let me see, play start animation, compendium map, enable map, create map, setup map, position map. Yeah, I would say at the end of this, we call load all custom pins. Now, the only problem is that this is used also when you receive a new discovered, right? A newly discovered map, not only at the beginning. So I think we have to do it only if this is false. Yeah. So I have to branch on newly discovered, and only if this is false, which basically means only at the beginning, I'm loading all my custom pins into the maps. And so then when I don't know if this is gonna work first try, but let's see. I think it should be done in theory. In theory, it should be done. But I don't know if it's gonna work. It is time for a drum roll. It is time. I'm redeeming it myself. Drum roll. I think the game needs an external plugin. Well, the one I sent before was bright orange and green, but it can be changed the color ramp. I'm trying to mess with the mask and change the shader. Okay, I see. Yeah, but the problem, Marcellum, is that the previous one was not very good, It was not very good. So it didn't look like a skin or anything, so it cannot be that way. You need to have a base of a skin. Skin meaning the texture, yeah, like the skin. I don't know how to say, but anyway, the pattern, right? The pattern of a real animal skin, and then on top you can blend something, but the basic should be there. Otherwise, it will be too plain. It will not look like a skin, like a leather, right? You need a kind of a leather thingy. Okay, so let's try with the arena. So we add a new pin here in the middle, which is Gregory. And now, in theory, we saved something. Okay, so let's go and check if we saved something or not. We actually did. We saved a file called custom locations. And it contains this shit, which is unreadable. But at least Gregory is here. And now we close the game. Now we close the game. Well, we can switch the map, see that it's still here. I can close this. I can open it again. I can see that it's still there, right? So the thing is working, right? We can put one on another map. Maybe on Idla East. Here. And we can say Jardet. Good man. Okay, so now we have this and this, right? Now we close. We close the client. We relaunch it. We relaunch it and and I have no idea if the IDs are the correct ones, right? But I think they should. I think they should, actually. And fuck. No, he's here, but he's in the wrong place. Why? Ah, because it gets zoomed. No, it's correct. It's correct. It worked. I don't know why the map gets zoomed in the second time I click it, but it is exactly correct. It is exactly correct. It is exactly correct. Slow clap. Slow clap. I will redeem for myself. Redeem applause. Thank you. Thank you. Well deserved. Well deserved. Okay. I don't know why this... GG. GG. Should at the time I was more interested in painting an RGB separate color, different shaders, just the diffuse. Yeah, maybe you did just a test, but what I'm saying is that a creature, you know, looks like... I mean, the skin of a creature, if you go back to our Yulbar guy, you see? So the skin of a creature, apart that this one is very low resolution, but, you know, this is how it looks, right? Or it may look. I mean, it's not that it has to look like this, but anyway, let's say... What I'm saying is that you should start from a ladder texture or something like this. I don't know, right? Ladder, right? So this should be kind of the basics, the basic of it, under maybe texture CC0 or whatever, right? Ladder. Like this one, right? I don't know, I'm just giving you a random link, but now this is very, you know, it's very homogeneous and all the same, but you need something like this at the bottom, at least in the skin part, in the hard leather part, right? That looks like this, or similar, right? Or maybe like this one, I don't know. And then on top of it, yes, maybe you can blend some stuff, but if you go with nothing, it will never look good. This one also is pretty good, I think. Use this website. This website is all CC0, so basically it's all free that we can use without any problem of, you know, copyrights or any other shit. You also have like the crocodile leather. Yeah, so you have a lot of very nice. You can also do it this way. You can try this way and look it like a couch. But anyway. I'm very happy that this thing works. Very happy that this thing works. Very nice. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, I think I don't know if it works on the main map though. We can try on the main map. Let's try to put something here and see what happens. We can call it Home Sweet Home. Yes. Home Sweet Home. So if I close everything and this is on the main map, let's see if it works on the main map, because on the main map there is a possibility that it doesn't work because I don't think we have the main map as the sub map, as the widget by map. I don't know, probably not. I was trying to project cell to create bumps at the bottom, which could affect normal roughness, not to see procedure very flat. Yeah, I think it's hard to create a procedural with some, you know, bumps and actual pattern. And so I think you need it with some pattern at the beginning. Yeah, the main map does not work as I was expecting because it's not considered a sub. Yeah, because I don't know why this is small, right? This is small, and when I switch to arena, it becomes big. There is something I need to check because it doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I think that the reason is that main map is not really a map ID, so it's probably mapped to 0. And I need to check that. I don't know. Or maybe it's just that when we are adding it to the compendium, because that needs to be fixed. Otherwise, you cannot have. You cannot have. Yeah, this one, right? This one is not working for the main map. This one is not working for the main map. Even if I see that the main map, right, is 0, is going here, and is still going here, and is still going here, still going here. So actually it should work, but it doesn't. Okay, I will check that. It's too late now. It's like past midnight. But we did great. I think we basically completed this feature, which is fantastic. And I hope to receive the new maps that I commissioned in the next week or so that we can then package all the maps and do an update release just with this, which would be fantastic. And also I have some fixes that went in, so I want to release also the fixes. And yeah, I think it's worth. I mean, if we have the maps working, I think it's worth it. Okay, guys, I think that's all. So I will say bye-bye, and this guy will say bye-bye to you as well. And I will see you tomorrow evening at 9:30 p.m. European time. If you want to help us, just click on follow on Twitch and on YouTube. And remember also we have a Patreon site, which is patreon.com/planeshift. And also that you can download the game and play it if you want. You can go to our download and just play it and see how it looks. And let me know what you want to change or to improve. Bye bye. Have a good night. Bye bye.